Hey, on today's episode of LiveLeanTV, I'm sharing my testosterone level results from my latest testosterone test. Welcome to LiveLeanTV, I'm Brad Guthrow, but before we get into today's episode, please do us a solid by clicking that like button down below, and don't forget, subscribe to our LiveLeanTV YouTube channel with notifications turned on. And as you're about to find out, more men need to see this video. So first of all, thanks to Let's Get Checked for sponsoring this video. So if you've missed it, over on my Brad Guthrow TV vlog channel, I shared a video on how to check your testosterone levels at home without seeing a doctor. And this was all using Let's Get Checked. But to recap, you simply get the test sent to you in the mail, then all you have to do is prick your finger, then follow the simple step-by-step instructions provided. Once you collect the blood sample, simply mail it back for testing. This means you don't have to put yourself at risk by visiting a doctor's office. After that, you'll get your test results directly in the app, and you have the option to discuss them with a nurse. For me, it's never been this simple to test your testosterone levels. So after doing all this, it now gives you access to your testosterone level results inside the Let's Get Checked app. But before sharing my results from this testosterone test, I want to first share a quick story about my experience with low testosterone levels in my early 30s. And as a reference, I'm now 40 and I have since doubled my testosterone levels. So I also posted a video on the 8 ways how I naturally doubled my testosterone levels. So rather than just resharing those 8 ways in this video, let me just put a link on the screen or in the video description below for you to go check out that video. Now, the response to that testosterone video that I just referred to was eye-opening based on the private DMs that I was receiving in my Instagram, and it's also been our highest viewed video over the past few months. Now, based on the response of that video and from talking to various doctors over the years,
I feel like every man I get back is low testosterone.
It's clear that low testosterone has become a major issue with men even in their 20s and 30s. And I realize there is still an embarrassing stigma around having low testosterone, but you shouldn't have to feel embarrassed about it anymore because you're not alone. So here's just a quick recap of my story when I first learned about having lower testosterone levels back when I was 31 years old. And just as a reference, this was before I was making content for LiveLeanTV. So first off, here's how I found out that I had lower testosterone levels. Now, at the time, one of my personal training clients was a doctor. So I was very keen on optimizing my diet and supplementation at this time. So I remember I was training him one day and I asked him to have some blood tests done to see if I should be supplementing with any particular vitamins or minerals to really optimize my diet. And at the time, the goal of my test had nothing to do with testosterone. Although now that I'm looking back at it, I do remember having a lower sex drive than what seemed to be normal at that time. But I remember at the time I just kind of attributed that to being tired because I was overworked. So when my blood test results came back, my doctor said everything was great except for this one thing that surprised him. And it was my testosterone levels. I mean, at the time, like I mentioned, I was overstressed with work and I was really not sleeping that well. And on top of that, I was doing hard 2-a-day workouts 5 days a week, and that also included 6 cardio workouts a week as well. I was also following that typical bodybuilder diet comprised of low-fat foods and higher carbohydrate foods. So based on all this, I found out my testosterone levels were in the 300s, which were low, especially for someone who was healthy looking like I was and only 31 years old at the time. So this led me to do a lot of research on how to naturally boost my testosterone. So through that research, I pretty much changed up my entire workout schedule and diet. So this included less cardio, more recovery, and switching my macronutrient ratios to have more fat, so healthy dietary sources of fat, and less carbohydrates. These principles then became the foundation of what I started to teach here on LiveLeanTV, and I always include in our workout and nutrition programs. So now that I gave you a little bit of background, guys, here are my testosterone level results as a 40-year-old with 2 young kids. So I got an email notification saying that my results were up on the app. So simply open up the Let's Get Checked app, tap the Results tab, then click on male hormone, and when I got my test done, I selected the advanced male hormone test, which in addition to testosterone, it also tests other various biomarkers as shown on the screen. So based on my latest testosterone test results, my testosterone levels are 621. Now, this is double my testosterone levels as a 31-year-old, and my numbers are steadily going up even based on my last 2 testosterone results. As men, guys, we need to focus on optimizing our testosterone levels. So I always recommend that males get their testosterone levels checked to optimize life, your health, your performance, and just everyday happiness. Then once you do get that baseline test, you can then work towards improving it with our Live Lean programs. So I've included a link in the video description below to the sponsor of this video, Let's Get Checked, as well as a coupon code to get your test done at home. So please show your support for this channel by clicking that like button and sharing this video with someone who needs it. Rather than just ignoring the issue because it may seem embarrassing at the time, let's face it head on and change it naturally. Guys, thanks so much for watching and keep living lean. Today's question of the day: have you ever had your testosterone levels tested? Share your experiences in the comments section below. So now I want you to go watch that video on the 8 ways that I increased my testosterone naturally. You can go watch that video right over here.